guys, welcome back to Critical Flick. Today we're going to be reviewing the newest animation from DreamWorks, Abominable. So Abominable is just basically about a Yeti who escapes from a facility, meets this girl named Yi, and they set off an adventure, and that's basically all it's really about.
Yeah, it's a very simple story. There's not a lot to it besides a really cute Yeti and a girl who's lost her father and she's trying to find herself.
Yeah, because at the beginning of the story, you really just, it's about the Yeti, and you want to get him back home, and she makes friends with him, and it's just kind of your typical story like that, like an E.T., a Lilo and Stitch, a How to Train Your Dragon, that kind of formula. But then it gets really heartfelt, especially towards the latter half of the film.
With the help of the Yeti, Everest, she basically realizes that she has the family she's always had.
Yeah.
And that they're the most important things.
Yeah, and it has some really good visual effects in this film. There's a lot of scenes where Yi plays the violin. It's her father's violin. It means a lot to her. And then her playing the music combines with the powers of Everest. And he just, it has these really cool images of just kind of like a Northern Lights thing. It's a really pretty movie.
Yeah, it is very pretty. It has very great visuals. I definitely like the Yeti's powers throughout the movie, and yeah, he's just super cute.
Yeah, and I really like the setting of China in this film. You get to see the Chinese countryside, some really pretty stuff with flowers and the river, and just there's a lot of cool imagery, and they actually make some references to Chinese folklore, so it has that kind of appeal to it. So I was pretty impressed with it.
Like I said, it's a very, very simple story. It's a great movie for young children, I feel. There's not a lot to it besides them trying to take back Everest to Everest and for him to find his family. It doesn't live up to like a Disney movie for me. It doesn't have that background to it.
Yeah, it doesn't have a lot for adults, to be honest with you. It has some really cute stuff, some really good imagery, some pretty good music. But basically beneath the plot of Yi dealing with the loss of her father, there's not a lot there for an adult to enjoy. But as a child, I think there's a lot there, a lot of good comedy for kids. The only part that really got me laughing was there's these things called whooping snakes.
Yeah.
And that had me laughing. But a lot of it's pretty childish humor. But, there's some good story there, some good visuals. And like Noelle said, the Yeti is just so cute.
I do feel like the story progressed super fast in this movie, where she finds, Everest on top of the roof, and then we're on this huge journey that is miles and miles away to go to Everest. It's super, super fast. There's like a lot of stuff that I feel like is somewhat missing in between.
Yeah, it moves along pretty quickly, and it is a movie that is just basically about a journey. So you have at point A to point B, and they just hit the beats all along. So yeah, there was a little bit in the middle where I thought that, they could have done a little better and maybe fleshed out what was going on a little bit more. But at the end of the day, it is a child's movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's a kid's movie, so I know they can't get too bogged down and make it like 2 hours long.
Yeah. So I'd give this movie a 6 out of 10. I think it's pretty decent. It's a good kids movie at this time of year. I think it's a good one to go take them to. The Yeti is super adorable. It's pretty good visual effects. And it just has a, if you're into a simple story type movie, I think this is a good one. It's only an hour and a half long. It's, it doesn't feel too long. So there you go.
So if I would rate this movie, I'd actually give it a 6.5 out of 10. I liked it a little more than I thought I would. I know that, obviously these movies can be really hit or miss. So many animations come out a year. So I thought that, the visual effects, like Noelle said, were really good. I thought the score of the film was pretty good. And I thought it had some pretty nice messages, but there wasn't enough meat on the bone for me. It was a pretty bare bones story, a pretty basic plot, and it doesn't reinvent the wheel. It kind of just uses a similar formula and just uses a Yeti in place of a different kind of creature. Alright guys, so those were our thoughts on Abominable. Let us know what you thought about the movie if you saw it. And if you had kids and you took them, did they enjoy it? There weren't that many people in our theater, but the kids that were there seemed like they like it. And at the end of the day, that's really the main focus of this film.
And remember to like and subscribe down below. We always appreciate your support, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.
Bye.